What is up, everybody? It is Monday night, so you know you're at Between the Lines. And if you're watching a rewind, thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. As always, I am here with my Canadian co-host, Travis TM Nerdy. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great, man. It's Monday night. I'm ready for Between the Lines, seeing what you have to draw, what the chat has to draw, and what our guest has to draw.
Oh man, I'm excited. Well, let's get the show going with how we always do, right?
To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Well. I always love that song. That song always hits, man. The ending, I need to add something at the end there. I think
Yeah, it's a little long and stuff.
Right?
I'm dancing along to it, but then that end comes, and I'm just like, yeah.
Hello? So anyway, got a great show for you. I am so excited. I felt bad. We were supposed to have this guest on a couple of weeks ago, but I had emergency oral surgery, which sucked. And I felt so bad. It was the same day, but this guy is amazing. He's all over YouTube, all over Instagram, even on TikTok. He is amazing. I love this guy. Travis, do the honors and introduce who we have.
Well, straight out of jail, we got John's Comics with Kids.
I got rid of my neck tattoos and my face tattoos just for this.
Oh, that was quick, man. I guess How you doing, John? Thank you so much for being here, brother.
Oh man, it's awesome to be here. I'm so sorry about that surgery, man. That sounds rough.
It's okay. I think the most disappointing thing about it was I was missing doing the show with you, brother. That was that. I literally was so upset. I was like, no.
Oh man, I'm just glad. I knew we would make it up. I knew it would happen eventually.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
If you don't know this man, please, his link is down below in the description. Give him a follow. Does some great stuff. He's just a great guy in this community. John, we just got to say, I know me and Travis truly appreciate what you do and everything you do for this community, as well as like your knowledge. So thank you again so much again.
We'll see how much knowledge I can share tonight. Splitting the time between the art and the questions. I'll do my best. But you guys have both played comic gories now. You guys have been through the gauntlet of my YouTube channel, so I don't even know.
Oh, man, that is a tough show. That is a tough show.
You sweat a little more than on this show, I think.
I'm a fat guy. I always sweat. So
It's definitely a lot more nerve-wracking being on comic gories.
But this guy right here, he's a consistent at-home champ. This guy puts it away. So you better watch it in that at-home edition.
Tell me, yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't even want to compete. I can't even do that because
he's got that fast
Wi-Fi all the time. Yeah, right.
It's that speedy Wi-Fi. That's what matters.
So let's get saying hello to the chat here. Travis, you want to do the honors and say hello to everyone?
We got Entropy in Comics. Kevin, what is up, my friend? Greetings to the community. Ahoy, Captain. I'm glad you made it tonight. We need to get him back on the show. Wheelchair Superhero Kyle, how's it going, Comic Fam?
Look what Cap said. Yeah,
we got him. We did it, guys. We did it.
Jailbreak.
We got Missing Link reminding us that he will have his drawing. He's still working on it for us, and he will have it to us momentarily in the next few weeks, I suppose. We got Unruly Simeon. What is up, my friend?
Lane is one of the best guys, I swear. Unruly Simeon, that guy is absolutely amazing guy.
Awesome. Appreciate being here. Thank you so much.
We got the lovely Cindy Mama Roscoe in the chat.
Here we go. Here she is.
We got Layla Shea. You guys do not have to like her stuff, but she'll show up for the videos anyway. But Layla Shea, I have yet to like any of your posts, and I'm not going to like any of your posts going forward. We got Knowles Fish. What is up, my friend? We got some guy named John's Comics with Kids in the chat, as well as on the screen here. And we got Brian LCS. If you guys have not cast your votes for the CBCA Awards, or CBC Awards. Go do so. There's less than a month away until voting is closed. We got Cole's Comics with Kids. Me and Roscoe were talking bad things about you backstage before the show.
Always.
I mean, that's normal.
Always. Oh, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. We got 10 people here live, and it just jumped to 12. But thank you so much. And if you're watching Rewind again, thank you again. We appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with us. And tonight's theme is X-Men. I know there was 2 that John was going back and forth with, but X-Men, I thought he would do X-Men, so I was like, all right, let's do it. And
You don't gotta twist my arm to do X-Men. I'm telling you right now.
I was disappointed. I was just like, that other choice that you had, I was just like, please choose that one. But you went ahead and went with X-Men.
I guess it's a more typical choice, but I am drawing a character I've never drawn before. I was telling Roscoe.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
same here. Actually, you know what? What's going to be really cool about mine is that I'm drawing something, but it also pertains to John as well. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this tonight, because I thought it was such a cool idea and just something else, that the brain keeps going with. So, John, I hope you're excited to.
I'm
show you
very.
what I did, so.
Yeah, very interested now.
And again, if you're watching at home or watching, please, if you want to send your artwork, send it to TM_nerdy on Instagram, and we will show it off at the end. So thank you so much. And I'm going to still get drawing over here. So Travis, if you want to take away, ask our guest the first question.
I just want to go ahead and say hello to Free Energy, who also jumped in the chat, as well as Evil's Comics. Evil's Comics, what is up, my friend? All right, so I'm
sorry. Oh, Free Energy. What's up, brother? Thank you so much.
Since it is X-Men is the theme tonight, and I want to start off by you can't pick Storm. Can't pick Storm.
I did
So
not.
out of anybody in the X-Men universe, who would you want to go hang out with? Like go to a ball game with, go to the movies with, and why?
Great question. I mean, some of those X-Men you don't want to be around. Like I would never want to hang out with Logan. Like yeah, he would go drinking with you, but that's a bad choice. That's a poor life choice, I think. I'll tell you, the guy who's gonna keep an eye out for you, but also be a lot of fun and stimulating conversation all the time is Nightcrawler. I would probably pick Kurt. He's a very worldly, educated guy. He has great thoughts on like the meaning of life, and he's a very religious guy, but he's also like a very worldly guy. I think he would be a fascinating conversationalist. He is not hung up on like morals in the sense of like he wouldn't have a drink with you or whatever. It's more just that he has a real spiritual sense of himself. And I think he could be a lot of fun. Plus, no need for a cab, right? He just teleports you there
Yes.
and back, like save money on driving, gas, all that stuff. He just takes you. Yeah, see, Brian, he just takes you home at the end of the night when you're done.
Yeah,
Right.
what line? He could just teleport you into the movies. You don't have to wait.
This is exactly where I'm at with this.
That's a great answer.
He's
You
an
know.
underappreciated X-Men too. I feel like he doesn't get the respect of some of the other guys because he's not as flashy. Although he does like puff of smoke or whatever.
Right.
And he's definitely not as violent as guys like Logan or whatever. But I've always
loved the band.
always loved Kurt. Always loved him. And his
I
current
know-
run is really interesting. The Legion of Comics and the Way of X, those have been very interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know Pocan Joe is a fan of Nightcrawler as well. I found that out the other day. So, but Kenneth, thank
Is
you
that-
so much.
yeah.
Appreciate you coming by, hanging out.
Cole says Cannonball.
Oh,
I mean, he's a lot of fun. That Southern accent is pretty cool. But no, I got to go with an OG. I would have to go with an OG X-Men, somebody that was on one of the early teams.
nice. Yeah,
I would have to go with Beast.
That's a good. You know what? He would be really high on my list. The thing that holds me back from Beast is he's had so many iterations where he's like a monstrous villain. Like he's he's right there on the edge of like, is he gonna hang out with me or is he gonna perform science experiments on me? Like, I don't know. And that is disconcerting, right?
Who'd you choose, Roscoe?
I gotta go with my favorite, only because I mean, like, he's just my favorite, and I just feel like he'd be like a great guy to even talk to. So I love my man Colossus, man. I love Colossus. That's my dude, you know.
Yep.
And but
Respect.
Nightcrawler was such a good answer, though. Like, just the uniqueness of that was great. I was just like, oh, Colossus, he's my favorite, you know, and then that's it. Like, you know, it's like, but but I think he's also he'd be a chill guy as well.
And I love Storm. I think Storm's a great. I don't know how great of a like conversationalist she would be. Like, I mean, I would probably spend my whole time just staring at her and ogling her. So it probably wouldn't be a great night for either of us.
Yeah.
It's like meeting a celebrity that you really love. Like, I don't know that I would be able to contain myself.
You know, maybe I would want Rogue. I mean, I know it's scary, but if it's like an already fantasy, I would just be like, whatever. Like,
I want to say hello to James.
yeah,
Doug, he also said Gambit. He would want to hang out with Gambit.
I can respect that.
Another. I think Knowles Fish said Gambit too.
Yep. Both of them said Gambit.
A couple Gambit fans in the chat here. I forgot where I put my questions. Okay, so John, I got a question here for you, brother.
Sorry, I got to tilt this a little so you can see me.
Let's see here. We'll stay with the X-Men theme. Give me your top 5 X-Men villains.
That's a really good one. I mean, it's definitely going to be the Sentinels as number 1. I mean, it's just got to be. I love the give me giant purple and pink robots. I like big, like the fact that somebody legitimately thought the color choice of du jour for them was pink and purple. I'm like, this person speaks my language. Like, I'm down for this. It's giant, scary murder robots, but we're going to paint them pink and purple.
Well, I guess they're like, I mean, it's not going to be too much camouflage because they're already huge. So might as well be like, oh, well, there they are.
So, yeah, Sentinels are my favorite. Magneto, I know he sometimes is and sometimes isn't a villain. So definitely Magneto would be second.
Yeah, I'll count Magneto, absolutely.
Let's see. Mystique. Yeah, I would go with, I mean, the best, I'm just going to say it, the best mutant characters are the women. Like, always, the women are the best in X culture. So, like, Mystique and Emma Frost would come in second, and like third and fourth. Those ladies are awesome. And again, sometimes good, sometimes bad, always trouble is the basic reality there. And then you said 5. This is tricky because I'll probably go with Apocalypse above Mr. Sinister by just a margin.
Okay.
I think Apocalypse, I fell in love with him more in the recent stuff when you got to see like where he came from and his family and his wife, and then what he sacrificed to come here and make the mutant army as strong as it could be. I like his mission statement, and they really humanized a character that was kind of one-dimensional. So I thought it was interesting the way they did that.
Okay, nice list. I gotta say, what's up to my man Freaky Louie? What's up, brother? Thank you so much.
What's up, Freaky Louie? Layla Shea has Layla Shea has a question for you, John. Hands down, who's the worst X-Men character and why?
Ooh, I mean, this is a question rife for like controversy, right? You could pick somebody that you're just like there's a fan favorite, but that you want to just lay into a little bit. I'm gonna say Angel. I think Angel is only useful because he's got abs and money, and his power is ridiculously bad. Like it's stupid. Even when he became Archangel, which was like at least an upgraded version, I think Warren Worthington is, and I've constantly joked about him on our show that Justin and I do, the X-Men show, and like he's he's around because he's got money, and the ladies like him because he wears Speedos and he's got abs. I mean, that's just it. Like, I get it. I get why you'd want to look at him, but like, that's why he's around. And I think I find his story annoying. I find his way of hiding his mutant ability and like backpacks and stuff stupid. Like the whole thing is just like, what the heck is going on? Have you seen some of those X Factor issues where he's got like a giant backpack and he's just running around and you're like, this thing is enormous. It's like above his head and into the middle of his back and it's plastic looking.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up with that? Hey, don't worry about it. All right.
Yeah, it's just my backpack. Get away from me. Leave me alone.
It's my porta john. I carry my own porta potty with me everywhere I go. Okay, you got a problem with that?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I think he would probably rank as the worst mutant. I mean, I get it, but like, yeah, he's just not for me. He drives me crazy, and he drives the ladies crazy. I know he's popular. Ladies like him. I am struggling with this hairline. Oh my god.
I know, me too, man. You're talking about your drawing.
Well, I mean, I'm struggling with that one too.
Oh, man.
So moving on, let's stick with the X-Men. Like I'm interested in like how you would bring them into like the MCU. How would you want to see them enter the MCU? Probably not how they're going to do it, but like just your opinion.
I would like to have an iteration of the X-Men that is like Generation 2. Because we've had a ton of mutant movies and a bunch of mutant thises and that's, and I feel like it's been done a lot. And I would prefer them to go a different way with it and use Secret Wars as a chance to show that like mutants have been here and have been, but like the current iteration in the MCU has been underground. They've been hiding out because of persecution issues. And we missed out on, Logan. We missed out on some of these characters that are passed on. What we have now is Laura Kinney, the biological like second version, right? 2.0. We missed out on some of the original characters that maybe we have Old Woman Storm, but like we've missed out, right? And then you do a Secret Wars multiverse thing. You can bring back some younger versions if you want to mix that up a little bit. I really do think we don't need another actor playing Logan. Like we just don't. Give me a break on that. Like take a gap in time. And then all of a sudden down the road somewhere, you have like a multiversal whatever that brings Logan back. And we've got a younger version of Logan and we can reboot. But for now, Hugh is just so much Wolverine to the world that I don't feel like we're ready to like start over.
And he's still kind of in the MC. Like if he does, like if they're not joking with us and he does show up in Deadpool 3, he'll be that much more involved in the MCU and as our Wolverine. Like he was our Wolverine over in the Fox universe. Now he'll be our Wolverine in the MCU. So I agree with you. We don't need to, like we could get an X-23.
I would love it. And it doesn't like the option doesn't like preclude getting Wolverine down the road somewhere, but it just gives us a chance to do something different. And which I'm always a big fan of, like shaking it up. If you need those movies, we got those movies. They made those movies. Like you need Days of Future Past. They made that movie. You need God Loves Man Kills. They basically made that movie. X2 is basically that movie. Like I feel like now is a chance to like throw some really new mutants into the fray here. We don't need the same old ones we've used over and over again. This is a massive universe with some really interesting characters. So I think it could go a lot of fun ways. So that's what I would do. I would, do an event like Secret Invasion or whatever. And we see that like there's an underground, like X-Force, whatever team that's been operating this whole time. And we haven't known about it. And they've stretched back for generations. You get a really old Xavier, maybe who's dying on the end of his life or whatever. Then you do Secret Wars, and now you've blended multiverses, and you can throw in a few. Oh, we have a younger Xavier now. The old one's died. We got a younger one now. You can even use McAvoy and Stewart for that. Old Xavier's passing away. McAvoy now comes in. You can do a lot of fun things that are just staying away from the typical origin mutant movie, which I don't think we need, right? I think we're past that phase. Nobody needs the typical origin movie for them.
So, have you watched the TV show Gifted? It was like all about like they touched on like the X-Men, but the X-Men were never present. That they still had mutants in that and well-known mutants. Or some were a little unknown in that, but like a big battle of New York happened. Or not a battle of New York, but a battle happened, and the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants was involved, and now they have like a task force to like hunt down mutants in this universe. And it's called Gifted.
That sounds very good. Sounds right up my alley.
So like when you're like saying like we don't need like the origin, we don't need to know like these certain characters, like that's what I thought of. Like I thought of that TV show Gifted.
I've enjoyed a lot of the mutant show. I mean, I loved Legion. I thought Legion was a phenomenal show. If anybody missed out on Legion, that was just absolutely phenomenal.
I love Audrey Plaza.
Yes.
Ricky Louie liked Darwin, and I think he got killed off way too soon in that first class.
They did. He's a really interesting character, and they've done a good job with him in the comics of late. I think they've done some really cool stuff with him.
I always wanted that too, Louis.
Cannonball special with Arnold throwing Danny DeVito.
Imagine if that was just like an extra, like at the end, like just a quick.
Right,
I mean,
you
like,
could easily do an apocalyptic, Age of Apocalypse storyline with all of a sudden there's just one scene. You need one little throwaway scene with like one random iteration of those characters, right?
Marvel, if you're watching, Disney, if you're watching, like get at John. The link to his Instagram is down below. If it's not, it'll be added.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, I have a question here for you. Since I'm going to go off the topic of X-Men here, because I know we have some DC fans in the chat, and this was going to be possibly one of your picks here. But if you could be one Batman villain, if you could be
the villain,
if you could be one Batman villain, who would it be and why?
I mean, this is going to sound weird.
But you're going to say Poison Ivy.
I am going to say Poison Ivy. I would absolutely. Well, there's so many good reasons besides looking smoking hot.
Well, I just have to say real quick, John, I'm sorry I'm going to cut you off, but when you explained your Four Horsemen for DC and you put her on there and your explanation of her made me look at her in a whole different way. I just want to let you know that. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Firstly, I've got too many copies of her first. I mean, I really do like her a whole lot. And this is a great new David Nakayama variant. I like her a ton, but mostly it's because much like Magneto,
hey, Bobby,
she's right. Poison Ivy is absolutely correct. Like, she is not wrong. And she is perfectly valid to feel the way she does. She's just a little bit zealous in how she solves her problems by basically killing everybody.
Yeah. If she handled it a little bit differently, it would be everybody would look at her in a new light.
With her abilities, even for a day, imagine what she could try to solve around the world if she was legitimately like pushing her agenda within the confines of our, universe. I think so. Yeah, I would be her for a day. I would make sections of our planet just thrive for a day and do a lot of cool things, and then just be smoking hot the whole time. Just checking I might not get much done looking in the mirror all day long, but
yeah, right.
That's probably the reality.
Sure, just looking in the mirror.
That's what I would be doing. Yes, sure. Why not?
My buddy Jimmy said he'd be the Riddler because of the outfits. All right.
I mean,
all right.
You do. Admittedly, that's part of the reason why I would be Poison Ivy.
Oh, I did love that David Nakayama cover though.
It's so good.
That rendition that he did was gorgeous.
It's just amazing, and I don't think he's getting enough.
Before.
Yeah, he's not getting enough love for nailing. It's just a really great series. This current Poison Ivy series, which I think is her first solo series, really, really great. But then to do this great homage, it's got the checker border, the whole thing. The whole thing is just absolutely nailed.
Yeah, stunning cover.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, John.
So glad I got it. And he is one of the coolest guys. I can't wait to meet him at a con, but he's like super active on Instagram, commenting on people's things, reposting people's things. He's just a really involved guy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love to have him on the show. Hey, David, if you're watching, we'd love to have you. No.
I'd consider Batmite a villain in a way.
I mean,
Yeah, I could see that. That's a good
so
one,
Bobby would be Batmite.
I like that. I like
that's
that.
a good pick.
Uh,
Let's see how I do this.
it-
I
hey,
blew it
ain't
on the
that the
face
truth?
here. I'm
Ain't that the
very
truth,
disappointed
Louis?
by this face.
Ivy could unlock the full healing potential out of the rainforest.
I mean, right?
Ain't lying. But go ahead, Travis. You have another question for our guest, good sir.
No, that was the show, guys. Thank you guys
All right.
for
Well,
stopping
everyone,
by.
thanks for John. Thanks for being here.
This was great. I didn't quite finish my drawing.
Well, it's okay.
Actually, I do have a question, and it actually has to do with DC. I'm curious. Like we've had Batman movies, we've had Superman movies, we've had Flash potentially coming, Aquaman, and that. What C-list DC character would you like to see on the big screen, or even little screen?
I have the only correct answer for this question, and I've preached this a ton. So if people are bored of this question, my answer to this question, I apologize. I want, and I'm happy to write this movie and direct this movie. We need a crazy time travel across space and time, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle movie. This is the movie I want it to be like a road trip comedy through all the dimensions of the DC multiverse. I want Michael Keaton's Batman. Sure. I want you to CGI a Christopher Reeve Superman. Give it to me. I want them to have to like solve the mysteries of the DC multiverse as it collapses. And it's Booster Gold and it's Blue Beetle. I'm happy to give me like a Luke Wilson or an Owen Wilson as one of the, like Luke and Owen Wilson together. Give me this movie. I want this movie now. I think it'd be hilarious.
So I'm guessing it'd be Ted Kord's Blue Beetle.
It would absolutely be Ted Kord's Blue Beetle. And I just think it would be hilarious. I think it would just be fun. It would be different than all the like, let's get darker Batman universe. Let's just get darker and have more punching and more darkness. I want something lighter and funnier. And I think you get the right two actors in there, it could be just gold. And then you could throw in all these great cameos. They don't need to do more than a day on the shoot, but it could be hilarious. And whatever the big bad is, whatever thing they're doing, our heroes are trying to solve it and just being like numbskulls. Blue Beetle's trying to fix whatever Booster Gold's broken this week. It could be hilarious.
That would be awesome. Would you want a live action or an animated movie?
Live action. Yeah, definitely.
Live action?
Definitely live action. I mean, I'm sure they'd do a great animated version, but I want a live action movie out of this.
I just want to say hello to Norn Rad, who jumped in here. Guys, the theme tonight is X-Men. So if you'd like to draw from home, you can send your at-home drawings to me, TM_nerdy on Instagram. Like I said, the theme is X-Men. I like that idea. I heard a script that Kevin Smith was working on. It was Strange Adventures. It was kind of similar to what you just pitched.
Oh, really?
A little bit, but different in a way. Yours is a little bit more funner. That one was a little bit more exploration throughout the DC universe. So a lot of things are getting scrapped though over at HBO. So
it's kind of the tragedy of where they are these days. It feels like.
So and Unruly Simeon says Creeper, and just so you guys know, Danger Street is coming, and the Creeper will be featured in that comic.
That's cool. Creeper always intrigued me.
Freaky Louie says Booster Gold can be DC's Deadpool.
I mean, he really could. There'd be some great fourth wall silliness that I think could happen. And again, it's classic comedy stuff, right? It's the straight man in Blue Beetle who's trying to fix everything, and the comic relief in Booster Gold. I think you get two real. Again, you can do it with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. Imagine a Ben Stiller, Ted Kord, and an Owen Wilson Booster Gold. I think it would be just really two people that really just play off each other well and getting to do shenanigans. You need a cheap villain, a throwaway villain that is just somehow or another near to achieving their ends, and these two guys have to come in and solve it.
That would be great.
Because the Justice
There we
League's
go.
busy fighting Darkseid in
There
Russia.
we go. Perfect. There you go.
And,
Start
if
writing
anybody
this down.
wants to like a reference of like Ben Stiller playing like a superhero, like go watch what was it? I just read the
Mystery
comic
Men.
book too.
Mystery Men.
Mystery-
Men.
Yeah.
So good. Yes, that's a comic fan right there, folks. He knew deep cuts. Deep cuts.
He just got the comic book too recently, didn't you?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started reading some of the comic. A little different than the movie, but
Yes.
still good.
Much like a lot of those. I mean, I think Scott Pilgrim's fairly different from that the film adaptation.
That's a good one though. That is
Yeah,
good.
oh, it's a very great movie. It's a whole lot of fun, that movie. Okay, I got one arm that I like, one arm I don't. I got one leg that I like and one that I don't. I got his face is a disaster.
I'm working in such a small area that I my giant hands keep messing up the ink, and I'm like holding back. John heard it backstage when he joined backstage.
I heard a lot
bit
of
it.
expletives is what I heard. It felt good because I'd had a long day and I was like, okay, good. We're on the same page. I'm ready for this show now.
Yeah,
Captain is back.
I have another question for you. We're getting here in Halloween season.
And speaking of which, he's going to be on my Comic Boys Halloween special. So Cap and Tori, it's not quite head to head, but he is in. We're doing a haunted house theme, and it's about who can survive the ghosts in the haunted house. And there's a men's group and a women's group, and they're going to go through the haunted house, and who's the last one standing. So Tori and Cap getting ready.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Well, that was perfect. Right into this theme here. So Captain, I miss Captain, man. I used to do cover slingers all the time with him, and I miss that guy so much.
Man. I love
that's
that.
such a great guy.
He and
It's so
Toy are
great.
just absolute gold.
Is that going to be on the 31st?
It'll be on the 24th. I didn't want to ruin anybody's actual Halloween, so we're doing it this coming Monday, a week from today.
Like us, like we're doing a Halloween show.
You're gonna do
if
a show
anybody
on
wants to
Halloween?
join for a Halloween show,
I'm going to be trick or treating. Although I do need to shave. I'm going to the Ted Lasso again, so the beard's going away. The mustache is coming. Be ready.
oh yes. Hey, Uncle Phil.
Oh, we
back.
got Uncle Phil in the house. What is up, my friend? I'm looking forward to your drawing tonight, Phil. Phil, the theme is X-Men.
Awesome. Can't wait for that. Well, getting into the Halloween, here's a Halloween question for you. What was your favorite Halloween costume anytime in your entire life?
That's a great question. Holy cow. The best one my mom ever made was for my younger brother. He was a big fan of I think it was a McDonald's commercial where they had Mac the Knife, this guy that was like in a tuxedo with a giant moon head, right?
Oh yes.
And my mom made a giant like paper mache moon head and put big old glasses on it, and it had a little cutout so he could see, and he had a nice tux. It was an epic costume for like a
Oh my
7-year-old to wear. It was amazing.
gosh. So dope.
That
Oh
was
my
amazing. I did the year of the movie The Crow. I did a whole Crow makeup thing that I did where I was like trying to look like Brandon Lee, and I did that as a kid. That was probably one of my favorite ones for me. But looking at photos, I still can't believe my mom made the paper mache.
That's
Mac
so
knife.
cool.
That was
Yeah,
incredible.
that is so dope. That's old school too. I mean, like, because he didn't last long there, like with that.
No,
like,
it was an odd request from my brother because it's a deep cut on many levels.
Yes.
Nowadays nobody would be like, oh, that commercial character, I want to be that for Halloween. My little brother was like, I want to be Mac the Knife. Like I want to be the
man.
guy in the tuxedo with the moon for a head.
That was it's pretty close to when Travis went as the Quiero Taco Bell dog.
What?
No, just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
If that was true, I was gonna be like, no.
So all of a sudden a clip. Like I was surprised
Like
too. I was
clip.
waiting for a clip. I was just like,
And
wait.
we've got a clip right here.
Oh, I got plenty of clips of Travis, but not one is not as a Chihuahua, but.
Oh, I love it.
But awesome answer. I always like to ask that sometimes, especially
That's
around
a
this
great
time.
question, dude.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's either worst or best, and sometimes I like to, but
Yeah.
Best is always a good one.
I love it.
We got a question in the chat. Do you want to ask that, Travis?
Which actors who would you get to play Poison Ivy in a movie? It comes from Kyle, wheelchair superhero.
Good question, Kyle. That is a tricky one. It's got to be somebody that can be both menacing and yet motherly in some kind of way, like this Mother Earth feel, but also just very powerful. And a natural redhead would be nice, but not necessary. Recently, my girls were watching the Cruella de Vil movie, and Emma Stone is in that. She plays Cruella. She's creepy in that, and a natural redhead, she might be able to pull it off. So she would be near the top of my list. I hadn't thought of this question before. I'd thought of other like redheads. But I'd love Emma Stone, and I really am never really disappointed by her. She's beautiful, talented, redhead, like could do it.
Yeah, the funny thing is she's naturally blonde, but she's been redhead so long
So
that
many
like
times,
people
right?
like think of her as a redhead.
Yeah, even in what was it, Crazy Stupid Love? She's a redhead in that.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a funny movie. I just showed that to the girls the first time the other day.
That is
And
a
Cruella,
funny-
like I
It's
put
sad,
that
but
on
it's
to
funny.
watch. I watched Cruella and I absolutely love that movie. That surprised me, that movie.
Yeah,
Oh, Cruella
right.
was
I was very entertained.
Yeah, I thought
It
Cruella was
had
good.
vibes of The Devil Wears Prada as like a Disney version or whatever.
We had a question from Uncle Phil. What's a favorite movie that none of your friends like?
Favorite movie that none of my friends like.
If it was Bearded Comic Bro, would be like Dick Tracy, but
He loves Dick Tracy. Yeah, he would definitely pick something like that, or Batman and Robin. He's willing to even write that one off.
Hey, Trev.
That's tricky. I will say I generally like all genres and all types of movies when I can see that they're expertly crafted. Like I can enjoy any romantic comedies, horror. Like I watch all kinds of movies and I just have an appreciation for talent. So when I see somebody doing something really well that's effective emotionally, makes me scared, makes me cry, makes me laugh, whatever, I can get it. So I can, the same brain that can enjoy, the latest Coen Brothers movie or the latest intense drama can also somehow enjoy, a Dumb and Dumber or whatever. It's a tricky question.
That's my favorite.
Dumb and Dumber is amazing.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
I'm more of a Kingpin fan. I will just straight up tell you, I will prefer to watch Kingpin over Dumb and Dumber. Just something about I think it's just because I like Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson more. I just think those guys they crack me up more. Yeah. But most of my friends don't like romantic comedies, and it's my favorite genre. Like if I was going to pick one genre, it's probably like thrillers and then romantic comedies like right underneath it. Because when it's done well, the best, like my favorite movies to rewatch are the ones that, make me laugh, make me cry. So it would probably be something in the romantic genre range. There's a really stupid movie that my friends think I'm ridiculous for loving called Down with Love. It stars Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor, and it's a throwback to old like sex comedies of the 50s. Movies where they were talking about sex, but they weren't allowed to talk about sex, so they had to be like subversive about it. So Down with Love is like, it feels like it should be a musical. It's not, but it's just like silliness. David Hyde Pierce has got a great part in it as the like guy who's clearly gay, but like nobody's willing to admit that he's gay because you can't talk about gays in the 50s. It's done in this throwback era that just cracks me up. Super, super talented people involved. And my wife loves Ewan McGregor, so we had to go see it. I think Renee Zellweger, hugely funny, talented lady. Lots of great twists, but nobody talks about this movie, Down with Love. My girls think it's hilarious too. They love it. My wife loves it. So it would probably be something like that. A movie that's a little embarrassing to even mention that you've seen, much less own and have watched more than once.
I'm trying to think of Down with Love. I don't even know if I have. I don't know.
I can load the poster and then like you can screen shared.
You could just move your camera and show the poster that's to your left.
It's
That was
right
good.
behind me. Yeah. It's and the funny thing is,
think
like
I
the movie,
heard it.
the movie came out, and then right after Moulin Rouge and Chicago were about to come out, and the filmmakers realized we don't have these two actors singing, but they're about to do like two huge musicals. So they actually wrote a song and like had them perform it for the end credits, just because they realized like we should have a song in this movie. These guys are huge now. Let's see images. I'll screen share this. I don't know who's in charge of this sharing
It's
here.
me.
Yeah, get off.
I
get
wish
off your
I could.
butt.
I wish I could have Travis.
Phil does have a
Yeah.
question. He says, "How can I get Diane Lane to take my calls?"
I mean, that's a very important. Be patient. Don't overdo it. Yeah, so there you can see by the costumes, it's definitely a throwback. There's some hilarity of just like that era,
Oh.
that Mad Men era.
Yep, I can tell by the poster.
And again, it's what they would call a sex comedy back in the day, the kind of thing that like Doris Day and Rock Hudson would have made. And the hilarity of that is that Rock Hudson was an in the closet gay guy, and they were trying to do these like sex comedies together. But they couldn't talk about sex or show sex or even sleep in the same bed, but they could like tiptoe around it and be like silly about it. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, something different.
Oh, Trev says Fool's Gold.
That's the one with Matthew McConaughey, right? And
And Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
Punch
what?
Drunk
Punch
Love
Drunk
with
Love.
Adam Sandler.
Yo,
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people have seen that. That is
it's
a role that I don't think I'd ever see him
Yeah.
play. It's
Yeah.
And there was another movie that he did that nobody really knew, is Spanglish or something like
Yeah.
that.
I've seen that too. Yep.
And that's a great filmmaker. That's Brooks, the same guy that did As Good as It Gets and Terms of Endearment, and he's a producer on The Simpsons, and really just
Mel
a
Brooks.
funny, clever guy. Not Mel
No.
Brooks. It's
Albert.
I don't think it's Albert either. I'm sorry, I'm blowing
Michael.
it here. Frederico.
Forgetting
let's see.
Sarah Marshall. What?
Spanglish. I gotta look that up. Sorry, now I gotta know now. I need to know. James L. Brooks.
Oh,
You know that guy.
good old James Elbrook.
Good James L. The guy behind. Let's see here.
Good
Let's
old
see.
son of a gun.
Right.
He owes me $3.
That guy. He's never paid me back either.
So Kyle, Wheelchair Superhero, has another question for all three of us.
Oh,
Who would we like to see in the next Batman movie?
is he asking for actors or characters? I'm assuming.
I think he was
characters.
acting for characters.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah. I know one off the bat.
let's do it.
I want a better Bane.
I mean,
I want like a big ridiculous, like, not like the one from Batman and Robin,
nobody
but
wants
not
that.
the one, even though I did like James Hardy,
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, as Bane, but I want to see like the
Tom
big
Hardy.
luchador. I want a big luchador, but
Of course you do.
I also like I want to see an Arkham, like a creepy Arkham like escapes, like where some like a group like the one that just came out. What was the name of that? It was like with Professor Pig and damn it, what's the name of that damn creepy little ventriloquist?
The
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface.
Like I'd like to see that,
I
but,
Yeah,
what else you
I like him.
what do you
Phil
got?
brings up a good point, though. You guys are going for villains and stuff. He said Swamp Thing.
in the Batman movie.
Yeah, like just to set up
bold
stuff.
choice.
I guess they're kind of like Matt Reeves' Batman is trying to stay like singular, like its own little pocket universe.
Right.
And I like that for DC what they're doing. So I'm not sure if like Swamp Thing would be a perfect fit. But why not a Robin?
I mean, it'd be nice to get a Robin right for once, right?
Well, come on, Chris.
Yeah, and
Chris
like-
O'Donnell
Get
didn't do
out.
it for you.
I mean, I like.
Oh,
and,
I'm
like,
willing to laugh
Trev-
at that movie, but
Trev.
like, no, thank you.
Yes,
Clayface.
Trev and Bobby. Yes, both.
I-
On the for real. That's right. I didn't even think about Homeboy. Clayface would be.
And I don't want to keep saying Poison Ivy over and over again, but I mean,
Oh, jeez. No,
I'm
just
happy to
kidding.
Happy to say it. Happy to do it.
Well, I don't think. I think he. Did you say characters or just character or just one person? We can like have a whole cast, can't we?
Right.
Just cast the whole next Batman movie.
I'm down.
Hush. Maybe
We can
Hush.
do it better than they can.
Oh, we got Tony Sanders from The Hunt is in the
Hey,
house.
Tony!
Hey, yes, Tony.
Good to see you, sir. The Toad is in the
Hey,
chat.
brother. Thank you so much for being here. Yo, go check out Tony.
Oh,
Great
man.
show with The Hunt. I love that show. That's
Dude, that is an amazing, amazing show. And then again, like it stood the test of time. People are tuning in like mad to watch that show and to be on it. So yeah, man, thanks for being here.
Coffee and a
I
comic.
got to get back on there.
Yeah, me too. I got to get on there too. Yeah.
You
Oh,
too. It's
Are
just
we
on
talking
late.
tag?
It's
He's
late.
doing some tag team thing. Do you and I need to partner up on this, Roscoe?
Oh, Roscoe. There you go.
Yeah, the King and Dude Love.
I'm saying.
It's said right here, right now, and Tony is in the
Look at
chat.
it,
so-
Tony. Look at Tony comes in and it just starts going off.
I'm saying, get ready, folks. Buckle up. It's happening.
Love it. I'm down. So down.
No, with Batman being so young in the Batman movie, we'd have to have like Dick Grayson come in as Robin first instead of
That's a
jumping the
great-
gun.
I would love, and I think it'd be the first time they've really done that, is like a really young, like give me a kid, not a teenager, not even like a high school kid, but like give me a like junior high kid. Give me a kid as Robin. Make me understand the choice that he makes to bring this kid in because of who the kid is. And then show me a kid that looks like he could handle the weight of that. That's a movie I want to see.
So more Robin oriented movie.
Well, I mean, I'm a Robin fan, so I mean, I'm one of those guys that like reads Batman for the other characters,
Gotcha.
not for Bruce.
The
I don't
Bat
need-
family.
I don't read Batman for Batman ever.
Like I've never read Batman going. He's always been like number 20 on my 20 favorite Batman characters is Batman.
Definitely
Uh,
don't need him.
Bobby, you can send your artwork to me on Instagram, buddy.
Oh, and Tony, I know you draw. If you're still here, Tony, at home edition, bro, you should draw. It's X-Men. If anybody else wants to draw, send it to Travis on Instagram. And
Tony makes a good point. All former Hunt champions on the panel right now.
hey, look out!
You know it.
Oh man, this is actually
just-
coming.
That was a really good question by Kyle. I really enjoyed that question.
I'm struggling with this leg, man. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Layla, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And appreciate again, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching the rewind, thank you so much for taking the time out and watching this. Again, we have John's Comics with Kids. If you're not following this awesome man, please give him a sub up. His link is down below in the description. And
Do
and
it
also
before you see my final art, because then you might really
do it now. Hurry up. Do it now. Hurry up
change
now.
your mind.
It's
and
like you just gained like 10 followers, and then all of a sudden you show your artwork, and it's like, oh, now you're down 20. Like,
Well, in typical YouTube fashion, I hit 1,700 subscribers a week ago, and I'm at 1,698 again.
it happens.
It's the hilarity of YouTube, man. It's the fun of it.
But I got to say, and also sub up Travis. His link is down below as well.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to color mine tonight. I'm still working on these inks.
Screw you, Roscoe. Get together, man.
I'm so sorry. Damn.
Jesus.
I know, but black and white still. I'm making it look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have a really cool question for you, John. I even told Travis backstage that I had a really awesome question. I've never asked this to anyone, and I thought it before the show, and I was like, well, let's get this guy to answer it. If you could voice one character in any animated series, who would that be?
Wow. Voice a character in an animated series. Oh man.
Did you like that one, Travis? I know you did. I saw your face. No. And I mean, it could be any character. Like if someone's like, hey, we're going to make a animated series, but you get to pick the character and you get to voice this character.
So, I mean, I've had a lot of fun reading Harry Potter on my channel over the years. Like when my girls were younger, I would like read chapter by chapter through the whole thing. And you can find like all of the fourth book, a ton of the third book, if not all of the third book, a little bit of the second book, all on my, like you can, it's almost like book on tape. You could listen chapter by chapter and go through. If they were ever to animate a Harry Potter, I would love to do some of the characters for that, including like Dumbledore, Hagrid. Like so I did all the voices. I did all of them. And I was like giving a variety of voices to these characters. Like, so I love that stuff. So yeah, if they ever did a Harry Potter animated, like I would be down. I would be,
right.
Give me the shot at that. Cause I think those characters, even the play. So like there's a two night play. You have to go 2 nights to see all 4 acts of the play. That's now in like New York and San Francisco. I bought the book because they have like the play as a book.
It's the child, right?
Yeah, it's the Cursed Child. Yeah. And my daughters and I acted it out for my wife, and it was amazing. Like I thought it was pretty amazing. Like, so like they would have certain characters and we just passed the book around and we were performing it. Like it was a lot of fun. So even that, like, yeah, any version of that, I think I would totally be in on that. Totally be down.
Awesome. Very cool. I like that.
Coffee in a Comic says, I'd voice Vampire Hunter D.
Ooh. It's the right time of year for that answer. How do they do that part?
Yeah. What about
So
you?
I'm curious. Like, I want to hear like your Dumbledore.
I was worried that would be the next phase of this.
Is that like I'd have to like do the voice.
Oh, it's been a while. I almost wish I had the book nearby. I could like read lines from it.
It's the Mirror of Irised, Harry. Men have wasted away in front of it, spent their life dreaming.
I don't know, something like that.
I like that.
Yeah, you're hired. You're
Yeah, you're hired. That's it.
I love a good old British man accent.
Backstage, we have J.K. No,
Yeah, and she's suing all of us.
you
The
are
copyright
sorry,
infringement.
John. Gotcha. April
Yep.
Fools in
There
October.
you
No, but no, I love it.
excited for a second there.
I always, you know what I always say, like when I hear Harry Potter, I do one stupid, like, and I don't know, I do it and people are like, what's wrong with you? But I'm gonna do it anyway right now. But every time I hear Harry Potter, I always think of Harry Potter. You know, that plays in my head all the time when I hear Harry.
It's not the
Harry
Hagrid-
Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
It's not,
and
that's the
speaking
one
of
my
him,
wife
rest in peace, Robbie.
Robbie
Rest in
Coltrane.
Oh
peace.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sister Joe in the chat. Thank you so much.
What is
for
up,
being
Sister
here.
Joe? We got
Tricky
Tricky Trapster.
Hey, if you get a chance to draw, we're drawing X-Men. You know, it's almost coming up to the hour mark. But if you have time,
And as is typical with this show, I am not done.
well, I'm getting out my scissors right now.
What does that mean? You're gonna get
Exactly. I told you I'm doing something different. So
Something different.
something different tonight, and
I don't even know what he's doing now. It's off the rails.
that's right. I told you. But do you have another question, Travis?
No, I'm good on the questions. I think I asked all of my questions. I'll just answer your question for. I would voice Silverbolt. Any cartoon character would be Silverbolt
nice.
Awesome.
from Beast Wars Transformers. Who would you voice, Roscoe?
You know, that's a tough one for me because, like, I love doing voices. So,
So much
But,
fun, right?
yeah, it's so much fun. You know, it's a tough. That's such a tough. I know. I guess I'd want to voice like someone big and goofy. Actually, you know what? You ready for this? I'd love to voice Bad Rock from Image. That's what-
Ooh, you're speaking
in
to
a,
the right guy,
in a
yeah.
Savage Dragon animated series, I would voice him.
So you're speaking to the right guy now.
There you go. Now we just gotta like start up a Savage Dragon cartoon and that. And we got Bad Rock, we got Shadowhawk, we got the Savage Dragon.
I'm all in on this.
Or I would love to do a Super Pro movie.
Oh, now you lost me. Lost me.
That's why I said it. I got you.
You had me.
If your comic bro's not here, you don't have to like.
Yeah, you don't have to play to
Say
that
that.
guy.
I never do. He's never here, so it's okay. No, I love Super
And,
Pro.
and,
I
and,
think that
and,
would be
and
a
just to
great.
stick it to him a little bit more, he didn't even tag you to that post.
Yeah,
No.
Oh, don't even. I don't even talk about that. That's
He's
the
dead
beef
to
we
me.
have
He's
right
dead to
now. But no, I think to be honest, John, I really truly think that they could do Marvel could do a Super Pro movie like Space Jam,
Oh,
like where
That's
like
funny.
Jerry Jones has like this team and he's like injecting them to make them super players,
That's
you know, and then they're like, you know, cheating the whole system. And then I thought wouldn't that be a great idea? See, I wrote
mean,
out a whole thing.
I can't legally. I can't say yes to that because of my dislike of Bearded Comic Bro.
Hey, we were talking about this guy earlier. What up, Pocan? Thank you so much for being
Hey!
here.
Actually,
We were talking about
Actually-
Nightcrawler.
I got like one last question now, and it's just like
Oh.
it's since we're on the topic of like movies and that. What did you think of the Super Mario Bros. Trailer?
Oh.
I mean, it's all right. I don't know. It's not. It's. I don't know.
I don't know that that's a. If I was gonna pick like the top 10 video games that should be movies, it's not on the list. Like I don't know why that one is the one. I get it's got name cachet, but Zelda would rank way higher because there's a story there. There's the story in Super Mario Bros. Is nonsensical. Like I don't need the plumbers chasing the turtles and the mushrooms to save the princess. Like what the heck are you smoking in this thing here? I don't even get it. But Legend of Zelda is just a
They're not.
fantasy.
I don't think they're smoking anything. It's all the mushrooms.
Right there, that makes more sense.
It's true.
But there's so many great video games that already have a natural story built in. that one just doesn't rank for me. And plus, they nailed it. They nailed it the first time, right?
The only thing that people have issues with is like Link doesn't talk, but like they could break that, and Link can actually talk. It was just
Right.
in the video
would have
games he didn't talk.
Okay, so
Exactly.
so the thing is that I've seen people talking about it though. The reason why I think they're doing Mario is they're looking like they're building the Smash Brothers, like and
Really?
I saw someone's theory that goes they're doing it like as the Avengers, like they're like this universe.
God.
Nintendo is making this universe. And they're gonna do it like how Marvel did,
No
and they're gonna make
way.
the Super Smash Brothers like the Avengers. And I'm like,
And
get outta here.
if
That's so
they
wild.
did do that, like Nick, the person that would say come to Mario and Sonic and Pikachu would have to be Link saying, "I'm starting up this team called the
wouldn't
Smash
it
Bros."
be Wreck-It Ralph, the guy who travels between
Oh, I
video
would
games
love-
naturally?
I would love that.
And they've
It would
already
have to
nailed
be
Wreck-It
somebody from
Ralph.
the original Smash Bros. Either that or Samus.
Oh, there you go. I see what you're saying.
If you could do any male,
Excuse me,
either
what?
villain.
I would
Yeah,
do
it's-
any male. Sorry, I would do. He's saying
Oh,
he would
Oh.
voice any male, either villain from the DC. Any male.
oh,
villain.
that's definitely. I mean, that'd be cool. But Kelsey, yeah. Okay, so John, we have a segment that we like to call
It's time for this or that. Oh, yeah, baby.
Such a good sound
So
effect.
it is
I love
this or that time. I'm going to ask you it's either going to be this or that, and you tell me what you rather prefer. So we'll start off. I'll ask a couple that I usually ask people, but I also made some special for you. So, all right. Are you? Would you rather go fishing or are you playing video games?
I think I'm probably more of a fishing guy. Give me outdoor. I'd rather be outdoors than sitting at a video. It would depend on the video game and who I'm playing with. But if it's just me playing video games by myself or fishing by myself, I'm gonna go fishing.
Okay. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles. Yes. And if you picked French toast, it trumps all. French toast trumps all.
Oh, look out. Who would you rather have as a pet, Pizza Dog or Crypto?
I don't know why anyone would pick Pizza Dog. Crypto. Like, Crypto can fly and, like, do awesome. Like, you can just ride Crypto anywhere. Crypto. I mean, I like Pizza Dog. He's funny. He's cute. He's adorable. He likes pizza. But he's going to be, I mean, I guess.
See? Makes you think.
I mean, practicality. Crypto is probably going to cause a lot more property damage that I have to deal with when he chews up the floorboards or whatever. But I'd go Crypto.
Okay.
He's well trained too. Crypto's way better trained. Like, he does all his guard duties without any problem. Yeah, Crypto.
Would you rather be hairy like Beast or made of rocks like Thing?
Harry, women like to, snuggling with furry things. I think that you still get laid that way. Nobody wants to lay the Thing.
Hey,
nobody.
He got married.
He did, but she looked like the Thing for a while too. So
Well,
Alicia understood what it was about. Like, nobody who doesn't go through that is going to be down for that. But Beast, ladies like furry things.
Okay. Milkshakes or smoothies?
So Sheena, I joke with my wife that were it up to me, if I could just get a smoothie for every meal and not eat, like, I don't want to cook and clean, just give me a smoothie, I would probably go that route. But that's more of a practical base. If I'm just going for enjoyment of eating, like, I'd probably go with the shake.
Okay. Water park or amusement park?
Amusement park.
Okay.
I want to ride the rides and be transported in. Like, you go to Disneyland, you're in like a whole other world. You go to Legoland, you're like in a whole other fantasy land. Like, I don't want to just get splashed all day. Plus, like, let's be honest, that's a germ factory right there. You're in the germ factory. Everybody comes home with tetanus after that.
That's true. Very true. Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas.
Steak or lobster?
Steak.
Would you rather your best friend win $100,000 or you win $25,000?
I mean, I am my own best friend, so
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, my friend, probably my
Okay.
friend.
Would you rather be able to speak with animals or any human language on Earth?
Like, all human languages, you mean?
Yep.
All human languages.
Okay.
Because realistically, what is an animal really going to tell me? I'm hungry. Give me the food. Give me the food. Give me the thing. Like, they're not going to be like, I had an interesting thought the other day. Like, they're not going to have a conversation. They're just going to be like frantic, like thoughts. Like, the squirrel's going to be talking about, I need that nut. Give me that nut. Like they're not going to like be discussing anything meaningful.
I don't know,
We
man.
never
Like,
know.
if you watched Rick and Morty and that, like, you could end civilization by listening to what squirrels are saying.
That's true. That is true. Yes, that is so true.
Good.
All right. Okay. So breakfast food or dessert?
Oops, sorry, could you? Oh, there you go. Breakfast food or dessert?
dessert.
I'm not a dessert guy, so give me.
Okay.
I want, like, I could eat eggs at every meal, eggs and bacon at every meal, and I'm like, I'm satisfied there.
Okay. Now here are the ones I made for you.
Ooh.
Would you rather the musical be a movie or your musical is a play?
You mean I'm gonna watch it?
Yeah. What would you rather watch?
So I did a lot of theater when I was a kid, and I did musical theater. I would rather go see a musical as a play. Like, I just would
Okay.
rather go to the theater. I think there's a ton of value to the theater. I love a good movie as well, but the going to the theater is a real experience. Because I joked with my daughters about how, like, when an actor, somebody interviews Harrison Ford, right, and they're like, can you appreciate Raiders of the Lost Ark? And he's like, no, I think about when I had dysentery that one day, and I think about when I was running 110 fever, and I think about how, like, I scraped my arm being dragged under. He has memories connected with the moment of shooting each sequence, right? But a theater experience is the same for an audience as it is for an actor. They are there experiencing it simultaneously. So that actor flubs a line or missteps or whatever, like, there's a connection happening in that moment that is shared, versus a movie when it's shared on the set, and then your experience in the movie theater is so disconnected that they can't appreciate the meaningfulness of the movie experience because their time spent working on it and your time watching it are so disconnected.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice. All right. Next one here I have is all right. Would you rather? Are you the guy driving or are you the passenger?
Like road trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to drive. I like to drive. So like when we do road trips, I usually do a little more than half the driving every time.
Okay. X Force or X Factor?
I'm an X Factor guy. I know that it's the OG team, and I do love Cable and Deadpool, but that Louise Simonson, those first story arcs, and Apocalypse comes in, and he's stealing their baby and making he's doing all the genetic testing. I like all that stuff. That was great.
Nice. All right. X-Men animated series or X-Men Evolution?
I'm old. Animated series. Like that theme song, man, that freaking theme song is so good. It's lasted. It's so freaking good. They're bringing it back.
Yes,
I know. I
can't wait.
It's so good. Yes,
And,
Peter David, X Factor, all the way, Phil, all the way.
And then my last one here is what's a better meal that you have? Do you have a better meal on Christmas or do you have a better meal on Thanksgiving?
It's Thanksgiving. I mean, you were asked earlier, Halloween versus Christmas. Thanksgiving trumps all at my house, because you don't have the stress of buying stupid gifts that you don't know what people want. You don't have the stress of wrapping things you don't have the stress of getting gifts that you hate in front of people and have to act like you like it. Like none of the gift giving, all of the family and all the food. Like it's all the like pluses and none of the minuses. So Thanksgiving is our favorite holiday around this house for the most part, my wife and I, and we do it up. Lots of food. Everybody's just like comatose by 5 o'clock. It's just amazing. I love Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Well, John, appreciate it, man. That was another
It's
episode
time
of-
for this or that. Oh, yeah, baby.
Just
I
to
don't
let you
get
know,
tired of
that's
that.
my voice, by the way.
I know you just amped it up.
That's it.
It's so good.
Let's see. It is we're at the hour mark. I don't know how far you are, John. And I just gotta say, what's up, Marcus? Thank you so much for coming by, brother.
I mean,
Good
I'm
seeing you.
probably at I should start inking and coloring, so I could probably stop if you need
Okay.
if you need to pause.
No. We're just here. We're just here hanging out, man. Like I said, those are my this or that questions. I mean, of course, I still have other questions to ask.
Yeah.
You know.
Bobby, that never gets tiring, right? That sound effect, so good.
But yeah. I guess, Travis, do you have any other questions for our guest tonight?
I think he said he was done. I think he said he'd
All
wrapped
right.
it.
I just want to make sure. You have at-home editions? Did you get at-home editions?
I got 2 at-home editions. I got one from Uncle Phil and one from Bobby. Oh, hello. Hi, guys. Got one. We got the KC Wolf. It's just kind of his. It's a new X-Men from Bobby Delgado.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
The Kansas City Wolfman, ex-Wolfman.
I love it. Awesome.
And before I put this up, this says, I am NWSL superstar Amanda Kowalski, and I like to imagine Roscoe starring in the X-Men.
I'm so ready for this now.
Oh,
I love it.
perfect.
Good work.
Norn Rad says he's still working on it.
I appreciate it, Norm.
Awesome.
And that is
Appreciate
it
that.
for the at-home editions. Like Norman Rad said, he'll be sending one in. And K-pop just woke up recently, so she won't be sending in one.
That's okay. That's all right.
I hope you enjoyed the nap. I hope the nap went well.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you have the opportunity if you want to show it first, John, or if you want me to show mine first. It is entirely up to you.
I would rather mine be forgotten by the time you show yours, because I'll tell you, I am bidding on that Stranger Things art that you have going in that auction for Comics Curing Cancer. Like, I am bidding on that. I am legit bidding on that.
All right.
That's an awesome piece, man.
Dude, it's
It
freaking amazing.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
It's t-shirt worthy. Like, I want that on a shirt is what I
Appreciate
want.
that. Thanks, John. Thank you for the kind words, man.
So I was working on Colossus here.
Oh, you're playing to Roscoe.
That is-
I mean, I've
No,
never
that's my
drawn.
jam.
As you can see, I don't know how to draw hands very well. This is kind of tiny. This is kind of enormous.
That looks great. I love it.
It's great until I show you what I was trying to make, which was Art Adams.
Oh God, look at that.
He's easy. He's a little better than me. So that was my attempt at
I love it,
Peter.
John. I think it's great. I absolutely love it. Look at this. Seen it.
I'm an elementary school teacher. We are crafty and art people. That's like how it works.
Oh,
All
we got
right.
the Cambodian street team in the house. We got
Hey.
JC Bone.
What's up, Craig? Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you coming at the right time, showing the artwork. All right. So, okay. So I did something different tonight, even though I still drew something. If you haven't checked out John, he has a show where they read X-Men. And they read Evan Omnibus, which is a big book collected of comic books, if no one knows what that is. Here, John will show you if he. Oh, sorry.
Ow, I just kicked my foot. There you
I
go.
think he has one here. So just to let you, there we go. Okay, so this is what an omnibus is. It's a collected.
A lot of comics inside.
So sometimes you may lose your spot in the book unless you make a bookmarker.
Oh my God.
So I did my own bookmarker.
But it's the corner box art from X-Men, dude.
Yes, it is.
I freaking love that.
And then I messed up on freaking Cyclops' jaw, my freaking pen. But
It looks great.
But I made it- I did
Wolverine's
my
got
own
a
thing.
stogie. I
Yep.
love it.
yeah, so and it's from one of my favorites, 122. So
That's
Yep.
awesome, man.
So yeah, I was like, let me do something different because you need a bookmark sometimes, and so I figured I thought that would be a good idea to also incorporate into the show. So John, leading into that, would you like to tell the people where they can find you and what you do on your channel?
It's pretty easy to find me because it's just John's Comics with Kids on pretty much any social media. I'm pretty much everywhere, and that logo is easy to spot. Bright yellow circle like a diner logo. Most of my social media is just me being a knucklehead, and I'm down for that over and over again. On YouTube is where I do most of the bigger videos and live streams and stuff. And I do a weekly show with my friend Justin No Good Comics. Tomorrow night, we are starting off reading the first issue in the third volume of the Chris Claremont Omnibus. So we're starting reading issue 154. We got Magic Lasso Ryan joining us, and we're just basically going panel by panel, breaking down the whole issue. You don't need to be an X-Men fan. You can just join us and laugh at some of the ridiculous shenanigans in Bronze Age comic books. It's just kind of fun. I also do a game show called Comic Gories on my channel every other Monday, usually. These guys have both played. They've survived. We got our Halloween special, which is our sort of biggest holiday-themed show we do every year. Yeah, people from the community come on. We dress in costumes. We have silly shenanigans for a good hour and a half. This year, the theme is Haunted Mansion. And we got people running through the Haunted Mansion trying to escape the ghosts and see who survives and makes it to the end.
That's going to be fun. That is gonna
Most
be
people,
fun.
though, talk about my Saturday show with my girls, which is a show where we sit down and just talk about what we're reading. I'm sorry to say it's been about a month or 3 weeks since we've been on because of soccer. I'm a soccer dad, and that takes over our Saturday mornings pretty heavily. But this Saturday, I wanted to hype up. This Saturday is our 5th anniversary of doing the show, and it's also Comics Curing Cancer. The girls are going to be on with me. We're going to do a little 5-year anniversary celebration, talk about books we've been reading, things that we love, and drop links for an amazing event. This community is helping cure cancer by raising money. It's just awesome. And we are going to donate some stuff and have some people in the chat that we're supporting drop some awesome links. So it's 8:30 my time Pacific. That's 11:30 Eastern on my YouTube channel. We're going to just be part of this epic weekend across Legion of Comics, across Rob's Fat Stacks, all these great YouTubers coming together. DJ Links, and just doing their normal Saturday, Sunday, Friday night stuff, but it's all just with great links to support this cause. And then an auction where you can win some great stuff like this piece of art that Roscoe made that's so freaking amazing that I'm going to be bidding on. So nobody bid on this. Nobody else is allowed to bid on this.
I do have
Just
it
some
next
really, really great stuff. And it's our community coming together. We are officially registered with the American Cancer Association now. So we are we are like, all the money goes straight to the American Cancer Association. It's incredible. And yeah, look at this freaking thing. You don't want to see me. Blow yourself up. That's what you want to see. That thing's amazing.
Yep, this will be going up.
Unbelievable. So Saturday, my girls and I will be doing our normal Saturday show, a little bit longer than normal, perhaps just to have some shenanigans and fun and drop all the cool links.
And
that's my Saturday show.
John, I'm so glad that you had mentioned C3 because I just have a small clip if you don't mind me playing it.
Do it.
Thanks to DJ Links. I love that. Everyone's bobbing their head in the backstage. I love it.
I'm just so proud of our community that we do these kinds of things. You know, when we've had community members suffer hard times, when we've got great causes like this, it's so impressive that people from across all of Instagram, YouTube, whatever, come together and do something so meaningful. So I'm just stoked to be even like a spoke in the wheel on this one.
Oh yeah, and I love it. I love our main man who is not here tonight, Cardboard Crazies, Chris.
Who's expecting? Congratulations, expecting a little one, like a little bundle.
We'll see. You know, but yeah, we're he's probably going to be out for a while. So, but just send him well wishes and everything. You know, he's got a lot on his plate. So, but we miss you, Chris. And he was the actual founder that started C3. Yeah. Me and Cardboard Crazies did a 24-hour long event on his channel, and that was just, let me tell you, 24 hours straight on YouTube is wild.
It's no joke. It's no joke.
I mean, and I remember I did Spine Ticks where I did 8 to 10 hour shows.
You thought you were something, right? You thought you were impressive.
and then it's like you do a 24-hour and it's a different world.
Yeah.
And I almost, it's crazy. I almost went on Spine Ticks 10 minutes after we ended that. And then I was like, nah, I can't. I just was like,
it was all right that you weren't there.
Choice. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And it's because I jumped in and out a couple of times during that, like early in the morning. And it was like, you guys were so beat. I felt so bad, but you guys were doing an amazing job. And you raised a ton of money.
Yeah,
and it's inspired a lot of people because my buddy Old Wolf is doing the same kind of thing in January. He's organizing a 24-hour telethon for fighting cancer as well.
Awesome. Oh, I'd love to hear that. That's so great. Yeah. See, that's just and I'm just excited. I'm not going to be doing anything on my channel because I'm actually going to be a floater. I'm going to go to other people's channels and I know for sure there's going to be. On Friday, I am going to be drawing a lot. On 2 shows, I'm going to be drawing live on Friday. So that is going to be a lot for me. But again, that will be just something that'll, just that stuff will be up for auction. I have other artwork that I've done. Like I said, as John said, I have the Eddie from Stranger Things that's going up. So, I mean, just get it, please, if you can't donate, I completely understand, but it doesn't cost anything for you to get the word out and tell someone else. And that's all we're really asking for you to do. I'm not asking you to donate, and it's tough times right now. But again, it doesn't cost anything just to send that link that you're already on your phone. You can send that link. You can send it to someone and just help spread
It
the
also
word.
it also takes 2 seconds.
Exactly.
2 seconds.
So if you could do that, we would truly appreciate that. We appreciate any kind of support. Thank you all so much. You're all amazing. John, I can't thank you enough. Truly appreciate you rescheduling with us. This was a great show. And thank you so much for drawing my favorite character. I love that.
No, my pleasure, man. I'm so glad that this timed out well. And what a great way to relax after a super long day of work is hanging out with two awesome people, talking comic books and nerddom, and supporting great causes and drawing silly drawings.
Bobby, we'll talk, brother. Absolutely, John. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you, my friend. And again, thank you so much to the people hung out, the 14 people live watching. Thank you. If you're watching a rewind, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. And hit that notification bell because you never know when I'm going to go live, except for when it's Between the Lines, which is Monday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And that's PM, people. So again, thank you so much. You're all amazing. Again, I love this community. And we're going to go out with,
If you ever want to geek out with Roscoe.
Yeah, do it with Roscoe.
Oh, there you go.
That is the best slogan ever.
True. But please do not forget to always take these words with you.
Hey, if anybody hasn't told you today, I just want to stop by and say you're looking pretty freaking awesome. Because you are pretty freaking awesome. So have yourself a pretty freaking awesome day. Okay.